Good morning. I'm Jay, and I have a question for you to start today. Two questions. Why change, and for who? Really, I'm seriously asking you this. I really want you to fill in the contact below, whether you remember or not. Why change, and for who? Why do you feel you need to change, and who are you changing for? Is it for somebody around you, for just society in general? Is it for yourself, for your children, for your wife, for your husband? And why? What is your reason? Are you angry? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you mad? Are you absolutely content with your life, but you just really think that you're supposed to change because everybody's posting and writing and talking about change? Why change, and for who? You know, we've got to be so careful with what's going on. Because on the one hand, where many of us feel like we're shedding our ego, our misplaced ego, let's call it that, where we're shedding the false identity, and we are experiencing enlightenment and awareness, and we are receiving and understanding more, and we are able to connect better. Why? What is this for? What am I doing with this now? Am I going to go post about it online? Am I going to talk about how well I'm connected and how I'm changing and all these wonderful things that are going on around me? Who is that for? You see, we have to be careful because we're so used to existing in that false identity. We're so used to just living in this identity that everyone else has created around us. The minute we start to shed it and become enlightened, we start to use that and replace our old ego with a new ego. And it's not a good ego either. When we're out there making ourselves seem like we're so much more enlightened and higher than everybody else around us, we're so much more connected, and I can show and teach you so much more, we're making everybody else around us feel small, less connected. We're making them feel like they need to change. And for who? For you? Because you've changed now, or I've changed, we feel everyone around us has to change? You see, lately I have stepped back from social media big time. The only thing I'm really doing with it right now is just posting beautiful pictures of what I experienced during the day and my time with my family and stuff like that. And then when I go live or when I have something substantial to say, I will make a video about that, or I will post that I'm going live. But I'm not going to come out anymore and throw my beliefs, my path, my truth in anyone's face. So again, I come back to that question, why change, and for who? Did I change? Did I do this? Am I doing all this for you? Well, in some respects I am, because I've always known I'm here to talk and connect with people. Why change? Okay, let's start from the beginning then. Why change? Why change? Why me personally? Well, because I know at this point in my life, at this point in the last 10 years of my life, with the new lenses, with seeing and understanding in a different way, I know that my life behind me, good and bad, could have been lived differently if I had more control of it, and I didn't. I could have experienced more things that brought me more joy if I would have listened more to my inside intuition. So as a child, I had an older sister, I had an alcoholic dad, and I had a nutty mom, right? So I was kind of trapped in this environment that right off the bat, before I even had a say to myself, I was being conditioned to perceive and exist and understand a certain type of world. I was being shown how to communicate with the people around me, even outside of my family, by my immediate family's example, right? So we take this, then we go into school. And then in school, we start making friends, and we see our friends doing cool things, and we see the cool kids, and we hear about the nerdy kids, and we try and find a balance of, let me hang out with this, let me be this, and then we try and start molding ourselves to this new understanding, this new perspective coming out of this. So we're taking that from childhood. We're taking this from school now. And now we grow up and we start to understand more about this world we're living in. We think we do. We make friends. We're in high school. We're in college. We're at work. We have friends. We have family. We have kids. All the time, we're going through these adjustments. We're being pulled into other perspectives. We're being pushed into other perspectives. We're being shut down. We're being praised and raised and supported. All sorts of things are going on with us. And we get to a point in our life where we sit back and we go, whoa, 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 whoa. What the hell is going on? What is happening around here? I understand I need to work to support my family and stuff because this is how society is. And I understand I had to go to school to have an education to be able to talk and communicate and function in the society we created. And I understand that, I am going to be a product of my environment, especially from the earliest stages of development. But I don't feel right. I don't feel right. Something inside doesn't feel right about myself. Something inside isn't the way it should be. There's something going on in my life. There's something inside that I know things could be better, things could be different. Even though I have all these great things around me in my life, even though I've experienced so many wonderful things, and even though I've experienced so many sad things, they've all given me a better understanding about myself. But for who? Who am I changing? Who am I changing for? What am I changing for? We create these worlds, these realities, these dimensions, these environments, whatever you want to call them, so we can transfer our consciousness, our awareness, our energy into these vessels and experience these worlds. So we're born with this blank slate. We're born with this just, a baby could not survive on its own, not like a sea turtle going to the ocean or, certain animals in the wild have this just instinct inside, this knowing how to survive. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but a human baby is really supposed to be inside the womb for almost 2 years. The human body cannot hold a fetus for 2 years, so after 9 months, a woman gives birth to it. But for that next year, that next 9 months, that seriously, look this up, I'm not BSing you. That is almost time that baby should have still been inside. So that's kind of what we're trying to do with Jana. Very quiet environment, no bright lights, no crazy sounds. We're letting her just slowly letting her consciousness just become aware in the environment around her, which is quiet and peaceful. So she can perceive and understand thoughts on her own without an influence around her. So hopefully one day she goes through life just being whoever she was before she got here. But again, who is it all for? Right? So I come to the air, I transfer my energy, right? I'm this floating ball of energy out there, just humming up there. And either the creator or my individual awareness says, it's time to go experience something. And here I am. Wah, right? I'm born. I don't remember a thing about where I come from, or it starts to kind of fade away and I lose where I came from. Because as I watch my baby Jana, she has dreams, she has thoughts, there's things going on, but she's got nothing experiencing around her. So she's connecting and experiencing or processing thoughts of something somewhere else. And as that transfer and that transcendence happens, she will fully be here as a blank slate. And then that's when we around us, those around us, can help guide us comfortably into this world. Not condition, not train, not recondition, not brainwash, not manipulate, not control. Guide with kindness and compassion, and that is love. Using kindness and compassion with everything you're doing is love. And when you love your child, you are always expressing kindness to them, and you are being compassionate. And that's gentle patience. That's patiently understanding with love, right? the holding them, the nurturing them. This is what we're doing so they grow up and they don't have these feelings that we all have inside. They don't get to a point inside and say, wait a minute, I need to change. I'm not happy. My friends are all doing this. They're all doing this. I see this online. These people are ascending. These people are doing this. They're teaching. They're talking. Why not me? Why not me? But ask yourself, why change and for who? You need to understand why you want to change in the first place, and you need to understand who you're changing for. So, for me, all this stuff was thrown on top of that beautiful, pure awareness. We are buried and buried. We're newborn babies, and we just have every thought, energy, emotion, action, and object just thrown right on top of us. So, who am I changing for? I'm personally, Jay, John, this, it. I am personally trying to change for that pure, simple awareness that I once was. That's why I'm changing, and that's who I'm changing for. I want to be back. I want to exist in this world without that thought, without the clutter, the fear, the worry, the stress, and I don't even want the joy and excitement of others. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I don't, when I experience something, when I go online and I look around, I don't need to, see somebody just going absolutely ballistic and insane about something so exciting to them, because what it's going to do is it's going to alter my frequency, and I have to remain calm. Or do I? Do we let the things around us affect us? I mean, didn't we come here in the first place to experience the world around us? And regardless if we think the world around us is not the way it should be, it is the world around us. So that ego, that thing that we keep on hearing we're supposed to shed and not listen to and not let be misguided. How many of us who are changing and feeling like we're changing are still only changing for our ego? Because we feel we're more and we're better, or we have more to offer. It's a great question for you to ask yourself. It's been a very interesting last few weeks for me. Just ups, and traveling and down, loss of a great friend. Understanding the true ability of manifesting. I can tell you something right now. I can't be too specific about it. We hear the words manifesting into our reality, and we have these big misconceptions, and we have these great understandings of how to go about it, but everybody's, again, telling everybody how to do it, rather than you just understanding why you need to change and for who you're changing. And then once you do that and you connect inside, you'll have that better understanding with those things. My dog right now is like dragging a dish around or something up on the floor upstairs, and it's driving me nuts, honestly, inside. I'm trying not even to listen to it, but it's okay. So when we're changing, when we're doing these things, we really want to focus. We really want to focus and understand that as we're shedding that ego and as we're replacing that ego, we need to understand and stay back from that and watch why we're doing this. But again, it is this created reality. It is this world. So you have that right. You have that right to completely lose your celestial self and dive right into the water and swim. Really, if you want to get so lost in your name and your identity that you've been given since birth, you have that right. It's the character you're playing. It's the part you're playing. It's what you're here to experience. So don't worry so much about your celestial self and spiritual path, because that is the key, my friends. That is the key. If we come here and we're completely disconnected, it doesn't matter. If we come here and we stay inside the temple and all we do is put the blinders on and go, Om, and this is what I am, and everything around me is fake and phony. Om, I'm just going to stay here. Om, I am my higher self. Om, I am ascending. I am a vibrational being of light. I am an alien, a blue sphere being, whatever it is. Om, I am here in this vibrational state of then are you existing and experiencing the reality we created? Or are you existing and experiencing inside, again, another misguided perspective and ego? We did not come here to sit in the temple and close our eyes and not experience the world around us, but we didn't come here to be the destroyers of the world around us. We simply came here to experience the created reality. Whether it's a natural environment or a non-natural environment within a natural environment, it doesn't matter because we created it, right? We keep talking about the shift, the change. Right now, there's a big shift going on. Everyone is changing. Everyone is ascending. Everyone is becoming enlightened. The world is getting better. Energy and clean air and more vegans are rising. And this is beautiful and all these things. And it's a shift. It's a great shift. Is it really? Is it really? Or is this, again, just us using an event, something that is happening within our experience, and again, putting it into our ego and making it something that it's not? What is the shift? Really, what is the shift? Oh, yes, there are vibrational frequencies coming in that are massive and strong, and my ear is ripping and ringing right now as I'm speaking to you, because this is not who's speaking to you, this is who's speaking to you. But I ask you to really think about these questions. Truly think about them. Everything we're doing is created. There's that whole spiritual aspect of everything is fake around us. We have to take ourselves away from the entire ego and the entire reality around us. We need to exist inside, and it's all internal, and it's all in here. And I close my eyes and meditate. And yes, this is how you truly connect with your higher self. This is how you connect with God, the Creator, whatever you want to refer to it. This is how you will traverse the universe. And we're going to have experiences through celestial learnings that are fantastic. But before we get into this, it has to be for who and why. Why and for who. So the Buddhists in the temples, the yogis and the gurus who have locked themselves away and stayed and kept themselves away from being affected by the created reality. They stay connected to their higher selves inside, but never letting the world around them be embraced by an ego. They never become a part of the environment in which they created. And then we have people who do the exact same thing, completely disconnected, and they just dive right in. But that's okay. We created these worlds, but there's a reason we did this. There's a reason our awareness does this and creates these worlds, and we are learning. And maybe our next world from here is something where we manifest and create instantaneously, because manifesting is something that there's such a misconception of, because people misuse it and misunderstanding, and half people can't manifest anything, and then there are other people who can manifest so much that they have to truly be careful with that whole watch what you say, watch what you wish for. And I happen to be one of those people. Like I said just before, I can't say too much about this but right now because it's not publicly announced or anything, but I'm a musician. Many of you know that. I'm a drummer. I've been playing drums since I'm 13 years old. I'm 50 now, right? So it's a pretty long time playing drums. Love rock drums, playing rock. I do play a lot of different types of music, but rock is really my go-to music. Love it. So anyway, long story short, just over the past few months, a friend's band has been making a comeback. They were very popular in long ago. They're putting out a new album. All these things are happening. I'm saying too much already. Bottom line is I got an opportunity to audition, and I nailed it. And I'm going to be playing some fantastic gigs and recording an album and doing these things. And this all manifested and all came to fruition just in simple, honest, friendly conversation with a friend and just jesting about things, just jesting. And I did the same thing when I taught on Drumeo, when I came up with a whole concept for teaching drums, incorporating health and awareness and stuff to make the drummer more happy so they can focus better on their musician. I said to my wife, watch, I'll probably be teaching on Drumeo within a year. 3 months later, I was teaching on Drumeo, one of the premier teachers, for almost 4 years. And then I left. It just, There was no more I could teach them until now. But anyway, so again, coming back to the question I asked in the beginning, who is it all for and why? So I want you to really spend the next few days thinking about this. I've asked you to do things. I've asked you to make lists of when you get angry, make notes of it. I've asked you to really stay aware of what you're thinking, and when you're meditating and when you're closing your eyes, I've asked you not to look at the blank space as a blank space, but look at it as a place you were in that's just not illuminated, right? So I'm asking all these things for a reason. And again, I'm asking you, why do you want to change? And for who? And I explained to you why I'm changing. I'm changing because I know behind me whoever I was supposed to be, the person I was really truly supposed to be, was diverted by the people and the environment and the actions and objects around me. Everyone is. Some people are completely happy within their lives right now. And again, I want to say this, and I mean this. If you are completely happy in your ego, if you are loving your life, shopping, buying, traveling, doing all these things, and you are having a great time, then go. Rock on, because you are here to play that part and be that character. I ask that you do it nicely, show compassion and kindness to everyone around you. See, that's the thing. It doesn't matter who you want to be here, but it does matter how you act and treat other people here. And it doesn't matter whether a person is gay, straight, black, white, Chinese, Hindu, Buddhist, Jew, transgender. None of that matters. None of that matters. None of that matters. What matters is how you treat them. It's not your business on how another person is living their life. It's not your energies. It's not your energies. I don't want to say business. It's not your energies frequency to alter. You have your own. And that's what I'm kind of asking you, is to figure out who you are. Figure out who you are, what you want to be. Try to connect with that child mind. September, of course, is coming up, connecting with the child mind. And really, when you really connect that, from here to then and from here to there, because there is no time, right? Everything is connected. It's one consciousness. You really start to see and feel differently about things. And you'll know if that ego you're living in, if that world you're living in is the world you want to live in. And as I said before, even the spirituality aspect, this is why I've held back on posting my spiritual opinions and truths. Whether it's truth to me and not to you, it's the truth. But as far as expressing it in everybody's face on Instagram, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to express my life. I'm going to show how I live my life. I'm going to show how I'm happy and how there's joy in my life. And when people go, why is he so happy? Why are all these good things happen to him? Why does he seem so blessed? Or why is he so lucky? Well, then they'll come to my page. They'll start cruising and perusing through the images. They'll find that link at the top. They'll click it. They'll realize, oh, he wrote a book. Oh, maybe I should read that. And he's got a site. Oh, maybe I should watch one of these videos. That's what'll happen. But I'm not going to do this anymore. Hey, everybody, check this out. Last night, I was traveling and I left the universe and I was into a fractal pattern and I stopped off at one of the layers and I entered a reality of ours that was completely made of plastic. When I re-entered the fractal pattern and dropped back down, I came back out into a reality that was completely living, organic movement. Everything was connected, Paisley patterns through everything running. When I went back into the fractal pattern and I came out into another reality, everything was numbers and letters interchanging. There were no walls, doors. Everything was just numbers. When I went into the fractal pattern and came back out again, everything was shifting and interlocking like something out of Inception or Doctor Strange, and I kid you not. Why am I going to go and throw these things into other people's faces? Because then the Christians and the Jewish people and people who follow their faith strongly are going to go, oh my God, this guy's nuts, he's out of mind. And then the people who are drummers who are following my page are going to go, oh man, this isn't why I'm following him, I'm out of here. And then the people who want to follow my page for that are going to go, oh yes, this is it. And you know, that number fluctuates, likes and follows and unlikes and follows, and we get trapped in this process of this becomes my spiritual path. Instagram is my spiritual path. YouTube is my spiritual path. And once you sit there and go, this is my spiritual path and I am a spiritual being and I am here to do this, you have actually missed the entire point of being a spiritual being. Because being a spiritual being is what? Knowing that this is a created reality. You are an energy of awareness, and you are here to exist and experience this reality how you see fit, with kindness, compassion, and love, and unity for all, because all was created from one, so all can experience one within one. Everyone, I will see you Wednesday night. Have a great day. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.